Don't believe me, don't believe anybody, unless do not believe anything simply because you have heard it. Do not believe in anything simply because it is spoken and rumored by many. Do not believe in anything simply because it is found written in your religious books. Do not believe in anything merely on the authority of your teachers and elders. Do not believe in traditions because they have been handed down for many generations. But after observation and analysis, when you find that anything agrees with reason and is conducive to the good and benefit of one and all, then accept it and live up to it. Buddha. This is a quote that's been paraphrased and it's been changed and pushed out in various forms, but this is the actual quote. This is the actual quote that says, don't believe anything except for what rings true to you. With all the things that I talk about on this YouTube channel, for me, it's important that you don't believe anything I say unless it rings true to you. I truly do believe that spirituality is a personal journey and that we each must find our own truth. And we find that truth through our personal discernment. But oftentimes, and too oftentimes, people don't feel worthy to use their discernment. They have an issue with choosing, and so they become followers. And they find something that is interesting to them, and they go down that route. That author, that teacher, that guru becomes their religion. And they aren't open to seeing or hearing anything else. But in reality, they've given themselves up. They've given up their discernment for somebody else's beliefs. And I hear it on a regular basis. I have to believe this because blank. Well, according to blankety blank blank, this, and this, and this. I don't hear them talking about their own discernment. I hear them taking words as this is it, period, done. And that's no different from any other religion in the world. All of your New Age teachers, if you think that they are infallible, then you are as guilty as those people in religion that you rail against. Because you are now saying that this person, this new belief, this new teaching is, my whole teaching, everything I talk about is about you stepping into your power. You stepping into your power of discernment. You're stepping into your power of love. You're stepping into your power of releasing fear. You stepping into your power of discernment, of being able to say, does this feel right to me? Does this feel wrong to me? I know many people who don't believe a lot of the stuff that I believe. And I don't believe most of the stuff they believe. But we love each other because we know that it doesn't matter what the other person believes in front of me. It only matters that they each are finding their way to love in some form. And when you look at the people who are not finding their way to love and they're going down these New Age beliefs and soul traps and all these various other things, and old age beliefs of revelation being prophecy as opposed to a warning to the local churches at the time, then you're finding all these people who are just really lost in fear-based anxiety. And if that's their discernment and they feel they need to go that way, great. But when someone, anyone, New Age or old, tells you that you have to believe this because this is what they've been told and they try to sway you to their belief, that's where you lose me. Because no one should be able to sway you to their belief. No one should be even trying to sway you to their belief. They can share their belief. This is what I believe. That's why you hear me on this channel say multiple times, this is my truth. You've got to find your own truth. If it rings true to you, follow it. If it doesn't, don't. But you have to be the one who steps into that idea of, is what he's saying, does that fit with me? Does that fit with my beliefs? And if so, great, right? And don't put anybody on a pedestal because everybody is on their own personal journey. Alex Ferrari asked me what I hoped my legacy would be. And my legacy was that I would leave a positive wake behind me and everyone would forget who was captaining the boat. Because that to me is the important part, is that behind me I've left something positive. And if people are trying to sway you to their religion or sway you to their New Age belief, they're not letting you be empowered. And Jeshua's whole teaching was, you are divine. Individually, you are one with God. Ye are gods. And it comes down to realizing that you don't need the middleman between you and God. You don't need the guru, the teacher. You don't need those things. It's the need in those things that keeps you separate from it. It's the need in those things that keep you struggling. It's when you come back to that still self and you say, is this right for me? And you get a feeling about it. And that feeling tells you whether or not this is right for you. And if it feels good, follow it. If it doesn't feel good, don't follow it. If it feels right, follow it. Believe it if it feels right. Because that is really the key to the whole concept, is that you yourself are the power. Greater works than I have done you will do. It is your faith that heals you. You are the power. You are the one who has to step into the discernment. But as the Buddha says, don't believe anything just because you've heard it. Don't believe anything because someone's been spoken or it's been rumored. Don't believe anything that's found in written or religious books. Do not believe anything merely on the authority of teachers and elders. Do not believe in traditions. They've been handed down for generations. Observation and analysis. When you find anything agrees with reason and is conducive to the good and benefit of one and all, then accept it and live up to it. If it makes sense to you and it's beautiful and leaving a positive wake behind you, accept it and live up to it. Because that is your truth. Because that feels good. To know that you're leaving a positive influence behind you. To know that you're just living a loving life. But you don't have to believe what I believe. And I don't have to believe what you believe. And the need for us to sway somebody to our belief is not about truth. It's about the need to be right. It's the need to prove yourself right. It's the fear of not being loved. It's the fear of being wrong, and so, oh my gosh, I failed and I'm lost in this direction. If they're trying to sway you, that's the first sign that you should walk away. Anybody out there who is speaking their truth, if it rings true to you, that's your truth. If it doesn't, don't. So my thought on this is exactly what Buddha said. You step into your own discernment, your own power, and live into that. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.